This afternoon, a scorcher in Mesa. Fans hydrating and continuing their St. Patty's weekend celebrating as the Chicago Cubs welcome in the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And then you get to Jameson Tylen. In the past, Tylen slotted in more as like the 3, so the depth this year for the Cubs starting rotation is fantastic.
We are underway here from Sloan Park, and the first pitch is a strike from Jameson Tylen. Cubs-Dodgers 0-1. Classic tenure with Korea. 0-2. Swing and a miss.
What's that?
I thought he tipped it. The tag?
No.
Nope.
No, okay. Well, that looked like the kick change up there, which is the pitch Tylen developed last season, started throwing a ton versus left-handed hitters at the end of the year. That thing just takes off. Kelly doesn't even catch it. I mean, usually, let's see. I don't know. I think Kelly might have just missed it. I don't think he clipped that. It's a good call by the ump there.
It was a half-hearted swing and miss and a 3-pitch strikeout for Jameson Tylen. That misses away.
But call and bets. Tylen, historically, you look back at like 20.
Kim call bets 1, 2, 3, rushing Espinal, Swinski 4, 5, 6. Earhart tips the third, and Michael Ciani 7, 8, 9.
And what I was talking about there is call and bets. This is the righty pocket. Last year, Tylen was not as successful against right-handed hitters as he was in the past. So bets is a great test.
0-1. That is hit in the air to right. Michael Conforto makes the catch for the second out of the first. And just for Tylen, his overall body of work in 2025.
He's getting a lot of four seam in that new changeup.
Runners off, throw down to second's not in time. So Alec. Ooh, look out. Ball goes one way, back goes the other. His one outing with Canada. Rushing takes it high. Second.
For him, maybe that's more changeup. Maybe it's trying to find cutter field to righties away.
That's hit up the middle, and it sprays into center field for a base hit. Call rounds third. Throw is cut off by the shortstop. It's an RBI single for Santiago Espinal, and a 1-0 Dodgers lead in the first. Swinski. 1-0 to him. And that is hammered. Right field and deep, and that is a souvenir into the berm, and it's gone. First Cactus League at bat with the Dodgers, and Jack Swinski, a 3-run home run, and it's 4-0 Dodgers here in the first.
Yeah, Tylen's fallen behind a couple of the last few hitters here. Did it against Espinal. He goes down there. That's just a cutter middle. You just can't throw pitches there. 70% of home runs in baseball last year came over the heart of the plate, especially right to left, where historically Tylen, you know, I was saying last year's been really good, but primarily because he was able to get into deep count spots where he can.
A St. Louis Cardinal.
That's a great pitch right there.
So Jameson Tylen, his second strikeout, but the Dodgers score 4 3-run home run, and they lead 4-0. 11 days until opening day. It's presented by Vanguard. I cannot wait. Bring some of the weather from Arizona up to Chicago. Why not? Second inning of work. Jameson Tylen. Wave and a miss by James Tibbs III.
Floor bat.
Ooh. Just out of the outstretched arms of Nico Horner. And a leadoff single here in the second. Michael Ciani rips it foul. He was traded.
He's nodding.
Past the diving Nico Horner and into center field. Tibbs heads to third. Swanson cuts off the throw by Shaw. It's first and third. Nobody out for the Dodgers in the second.
Well,
Espinal as well. Rolled to second. Nico to second for one. Dansby to first. It's a double play. Dodgers score a run. Cubs get 2 outs, but it's 5-0 LA.
Yeah, a lot of emphasis on
utilize that into his arsenal. Shows a lot. Dansby, hello. He completed the catch. That's not a Des Bryant rule. Love the leather. On here, missing Tylen here at Sloan Park. Cubs trailing 5-0. 4-run first for the Dodgers. 1 run in the second. Starts here in the third with Mookie Betts.
Season of his career by a pretty decent margin, actually.
And that's hit in the air. Center field. Shaw back at the warning track, and Mookie goes yard. Mookie Betts is ready for 2026. Solo homer here in the third, and it's 6-0 Dodgers.
Mookie's always done a really good job pulling the ball in the air for his power. Does it right there. Bit terrifying for the National League to think if he's back to a 20-30% above average hitter. That's just a hanger. A couple of these balls, Tylen's just left middle today. Just can't do that. Especially on those tighter cutters, those pitches that have a little bit more of that bullet spin. As they that or a sweeper of some kind. He's got to locate those pitches.
Tylen at 40 pitches. Could be a challenge. Call overturned.
He goes to changeup.
Sky high left field. Playable, Ian Happ. 1 out.
Celebrate 150 years of Chicago. So you go back to earlier in his career. He was using that pitch a lot. And it allows him to get ball on ground a little bit easier than, you know.
With curveball.
Yeah. Little backdoor curve.
Earhart struck out swinging first at bat. Line drive, right field, and another base hit for the Dodgers that'll roll all the way to the warning track. Espinal scores. Here comes Swinski. Throw to third, and it's a 2-run triple for Zach Earhart.
Little oppo shot there. Let's see Kelly's glove. Kind of looked like he pulled that down. I think he was maybe just, it looked like more so middle target down. Helmet almost comes off on the swing there. I don't know if that was as bad of a miss as, say, some of the Swinski. Doubles it up right there, too.
Fly ball to center. Shaw comes in, makes the catch. Runner tags up. Throw is cut off. It's a sac fly.
Often more important than raw arm strength for outfielders. If you look at a lot of the best they're chasing a good defender who's going to have to put up with the wind and the sun at Wrigley rather than somebody who's going to gun guys down from center field.
Ian Happ makes the catch. It's the final out of the top of the third. 9-0 Dodgers will go to the bottom half.
Good series off the top. Nats, super young team.
Homestand starts with the Nats. Home for. Wave and a miss.
It'll be the 10-year
regular season March predictions. Stephen Vogt, really good manager.
Very.
Payoff.
Good take.
Matt Shaw was having with bench coach Ryan Flaherty. We saw that play that Shaw got in center field. Now, I couldn't hear any of it and exactly what they were talking about, but you would imagine as the.
At this time last year, he was fighting for a 26-man roster spot. Nico down the left field line. It's twisting towards the berm, and it'll be a foul ball. Nico rips it left center field. It's back, jump, it's gone. Second Cactus League homer for Nico Hoerner. 2-run shot to the berm, and the Cubs are on the board here in the third. This is our home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs.
I mean, yeah, that's a little hanging slider from Sheehan there. You don't get a lot of them. When you do get them, Hoerner's a guy usually expect to just put that through the middle or put it down a line, but that's a really good swing from Hoerner. Not a guy who stumbles into a lot of power, as we've seen over the last couple of years.
381 feet later.
Yeah. What hitting is. You're waiting for pitches middle that aren't supposed to be middle, like that one. Just missed it.
Tap in the air to center. Ciani fighting the sun. Makes the catch.
Seeing is his ability to adjust. That's the element, I think, of scouting that's really difficult to peg for a guy.
Diving play made by Betts. Up over to first. What a play by Mookie.
Man,
Yeesh.
you know, we're talking.
Hit in the Arizona sky. Medium depth center. Ciani wins the battle with the sun and ends the bottom of the third inning. Nico Horner puts the Cubs on the board. 2-run bomb. Second of the spring. Will go to the fourth. Pitching change at Sloan Park. Top of the fourth inning. Cubs trailing 9-2. Jamison Tylen out. Tyler Rass in. Balls at 2 strikes to Dalton Rushing. Runners at first and third. In the dirt, gets away from Carson Kelly, and Hyesung Kim scores. It's 10-2 Dodgers. Payoff. Slice to left. Ian Happ covering some ground, but it goes foul. But Tyler Rass is a
lot of people they've pushed into pro ball from a coaching standpoint.
Hit to second. Nico stays in front of it, throws to first, and gets Rushing.
Check out the school night special for April and
Back
May
in
games.
Cubs camp. And Matthew Boyd threw an outing on the backfields today. 3 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. So backdoor breaking ball right there. What a fun 2 weeks it's been for Boyd. You go play with Team USA, you come back, you're named opening day starter. Now you try to get back into your routine a little bit. And which for Boyd is probably difficult because you go to Team USA, you're not a starter. You were
lost on him is the team that he's starting for this year. And this is, as long gets hit by a pitch, which you don't like to see as he's coming back from injury. But
Bethencourt swings and misses. You could tell. And what I also liked is Matthew Boyd returns from the WBC, and then 1 day later he is sitting in Sloan Park and he is watching every single pitch of Justin Stanton
because their baseline win total is so high.
That is hit down the line, and it's a base hit. It hits off the sidewall. Jonathan Law motors around third and scores. Cubs get a run here in the 7th. And it's an RBI double from Owen Miller.
Good piece of hit in there. A lot of slug down the lines. A little sinker in it, looked like. His turns on it. Close play. It's a good piece. A couple more runs for the Cubs. You know, and everyone's healthy and the rotation's healthy. You don't need to rush.
It's a called third strike on the outside corner. Thought that De Leon would challenge. He did not. Every offensive category.
Especially if Horton takes another leap, you don't have concern about having an ace-level pitcher.
Bobble throw to first. In time to end the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs tack on a run. They're down 10-3. We'll go to the 8th. Corbin Martin, new pitcher for the Cubs, as he spikes the first pitch.
50% of the time it survives. So Martin has to go to other things.
Goes up with a fastball.
Walk rate, which is not exactly what you want. You don't even want command. Like, I don't even want command with a guy like this. Relievers, I think the point of command is way overemphasized. They just don't have command. That's why they're relievers for the most part. Some guys do, but the majority, I would say, don't.
I think, how can somebody hit him consistently?
I'll never forget. Great pitch there. Missed a little arm side, but that's in the zone. To our point, just like get it roughly around the zone. Any team's really going to tip their hand until we get into the regular season, but there's going to be a lot of think pieces on like sharper teams using them in a very particular way. I actually heard from one organization in the minors, so I'm fascinated to see.
Ground ball through the hole, short and third, and into left field. Catcher's 59%. Grounded past the diving first baseman and into right field as well. So back-to-back RBI singles for the Dodgers. They add to their lead. It's a 12-3 game.
Yeah, a lot of ball in play here. Things sneaking through. It's the 4th weekend of the season, and then don't see him again until post All-Star break.
And it's hit right center field, and Damon Keith has an extra base hit. It bangs off the wall. Also scores 2 more runs. Keith to third. It's a 2-run triple, and it's now 14-3 Dodgers.
Yeah, let's see what that pitch was from Martin. Struggling a little bit here, but he's got 2 outs. Hopefully he can get out of this.
Brings out Craig Counsell. Martin, 29 pitches, taken out of the game. So Martin out. We have some sound from Matthew Boyd, who spoke with the media. Let's take a listen. South Bend throws hard. That was a breaking ball. It's grounded to second. And that's good enough for the third. Out the top of the 9th. 14-3 Dodgers. Last chance for the Cubs coming on. I would go marathon and to my couch for about a week.
Yeah,
I really don't think I would ever run a marathon.
Yeah, cardio for me is just like something I have to do. I feel like when you do a marathon, you're like committed to that. Like, that's your training, you know? I don't really want it. Yeah.
So, you know.
Ooh, high and tight.
Cake volley for the opening day start after a injury-filled minor league career.
It's booted at short, and everybody's safe. The marathon continues.
Yeah, let's see what went wrong here.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had more time than that. He kind of went to the side of the ball.
Misses side there, so he walks in a run. Fans remaining at Sloan Park love it. And it's now 14-4. Scott Kingery has played it. There's Dave Roberts, a slow stroll to the mound. And it's time for a pitching change, brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. We'll take a break here at the bottom of the 9th at Sloan Park. The 9th inning here at Sloan Park, and it looks like we have a friend who came into the seating bowl. 95 degrees, and that dog is loving life. 3+ hours.
I mean, this guy's got to be sweating holding that dog at 95-degree heat, right? You're even allowed to have dogs in Sloan? You're just allowed to bring a dog in?
Even be in advance because we already did it.
Oh, baby, he got all that one.
Deep to left field. It is a grand slam. We're not done yet. Second homer of the day for the Cubs. This one clears the bags. Cubs now down 14-8.
Yeah, I mean, 2 pitchers in a row here struggling to find the zone. I think you're just looking for something roughly in the area you want. And he saw fastball, eyes lit up, absolutely tanked it. He knew it too. Yeah, that's a blast. And he's hot. You kind of wonder, like, do they move him off the position to get him up to the show quicker?
Strikes out swinging there.
But the upside, obviously, is in having a guy who can catch and be a decent. It's a fun vibe.
That's a called third strike. So 2 away. We're about to finish this game, but more.
Him at the 95. But 75-80 is still pretty good.
Johnny Long extends the game with a walk. So Christian Bethancourt up. Cubs have scored a handful of runs this inning. 4 of them on a grand slam by Devin Ortiz. Bethancourt fouls that back at the screen. So again, Alex Bregman out of the lineup in that game. Gunnar Henderson gets the start at third. 0-1. Tapper foul behind home plate. Talked to some of the Cubs players, and between spring training and family stuff, they're trying to catch every pitch that they possibly can. I was talking to Carson Kelly. Said, you know what, my boys, they were fighting, finally went to bed, and I got to scream at the TV and yell at PCA hitting his home runs. So perfect timing.
Love it.
I bet they will all be locked in tonight. Cubs down to their final strike in this one. And the 0-2. Bethencourt stays alive. Another 0-2 from Caba. Just misses. Ground ball up the middle, and we're still alive.
Hanging in there. Need another 6.
Get
Two men on.
Get Lance a cough drop.
I know. I was choking on something. I don't know.
So Scott Kingery up. You know what this feels like? A non-pitch clock game.
Yes, it does. It does. Yep.
A little blast from the past. Kingery takes a strike. Scott Kingery, non-roster invite for the Cubs, had a big start to his career with the Phillies. Early on in his career, he was an offensive first infielder. But now at this point of his career, he can play 3 positions pretty well, second, short, and third. Look at his career numbers in the big leagues, 344 games. Yeah, he was one of those players early on in his Phillies career that he signed a longer-term deal before he even played a big league game.
Yeah, they locked him up in spring. That must have been back in 2018, I'm guessing, when he debuted.
Wave and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. A marathon of a Sunday fun day at Sloan Park ends in a Cubs defeat. Final score, Dodgers 14, Cubs 8. Lance, any final words before we duck out of here?
No, I mean, Tylen, not the best line. Obviously still working on some things. I don't think you could just copy-paste what he did into the regular season. Some juice from Nico Horner was fun to see. Overall, tough loss, some runs late, but it's spring training baseball. Get the kinks out now.
All right, for Lance Brostowski, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Your final score, the Los Angeles Dodgers 14 and the Chicago Cubs 8. 3 games on Marquee next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will catch you then. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon and evening.